for the Metal Gods Meltdown, and today I have the pleasure to be joined by.
Nicklas Sonne from Denmark, and guitarist, producer, and now I'm going to release my second solo album called Electric Dreams.
You must be really excited about it, yeah?
Yes, I am always. It's always exciting to release stuff.
Uh, so you must be quite impatient as well because it's not until the 27th of June that it comes out. I mean, are you getting like, come on, let's get there already.
It's so funny with that because you create an album and you have so many emotions and energy put into these songs, and when they're done, it takes so long for them to be released. So
Yeah,
you don't forget them, but you kind of like wrap it up and like that's that. And I've already begun like three new chapters in my musical uh journey here. So when it's released, I kind of have to revisit it to not get excited about it because I am, but revisit it to just like feel it again. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
totally. I mean, so you've already got your third solo album written then, yeah?
Oh, not quite.
All right, so you've released three singles so far. How pleased are you with the feedback that you've been getting?
I'm very happy. I'm very happy. People are responding very positively, and that just makes me smile. So that's very, very nice.
Yeah, Electric Dreams is a killer song. Can you tell us a little bit of inspiration behind that song?
It's funny because all the songs with this album, they were just like songs that I just wanted to write, and then I initially just wrote them. Like I woke up in the morning and I was like, oh, I want to write a song that's a bit like this and that, and just things I had in my head, not really inspired by anything. I'm always inspired by something, but and then I just began writing it. So I didn't have any particular thoughts, particular things. It was just something that I had inside me that I just wanted to get out. And it's actually like that with all the songs in this album. It's a very intuitive, creative album. So that's quite funny in that regard, actually.
So, what about a release party? And do you plan to like live stream it or anything like that?
Uh, Unfortunately not actually. I wanted to do a release party, but it doesn't make sense to get together with the guys that play with me just for one show. And I
Right.
have so many shows this year. So yeah, I figured I wanted to do something online, just like yeah, maybe a stream or something when the album gets out for people to join and just chat around
That'd be
like that.
cool. You could just like
Yeah.
sit in the studio and do a question and answer, couldn't you? Something like that. That'd be good.
Yeah, I've thought about that. That's a very good idea.
So, how pleased are you then with Frontiers?
Very happy, very pleased. Yes, I think they are very good at following up and getting reviews and interviews for the album and the single. So far so good.
And album artwork's always important to me, being that old. So, is it coming out on vinyl? Obviously, hopefully, yeah, digital.
It's not coming out on vinyl, and it's Frontiers' decision. And I think
Right.
that um they have a very strict policy of when a vinyl will come out. And I
Right.
think when you are signing a band, when they're signing a band, and with the band's first release on their yeah, label, they
Mm,
will not do a vinyl because
okay.
I don't know how it will go, I think.
Right.
But maybe, if the album is thriving,
Of
they
course.
will eventually do vinyls. I think.
Oh, and
I would.
go up on your wall behind you. Be a gold
Yeah.
record, man. Yeah.
Yes. I love that. I need that.
All right. So what's happening with your other ventures, Evil Masquerade, etc.? I mean, what's going on there? Anything?
Evil Masquerade. Like I'm still close friends with Henrik, which is the band leader in that band. And he is just doing other things. He's
Yeah.
not doing Evil Masquerade right now, so I don't know when we will do something Evil Masquerade, but I am always like pushing him a little bit because it's a nice project and I want to do something with him with it. So hopefully at some point. But I've been working on the new Aries Descendant album that I'm doing with a friend from America called Jonah, and I'm working on my own, you can call it main band, Defecto. We are coming out with a new album here in 25 as well. So I've been working hard on those two projects and
Right.
some new music for myself as well.
With Defecto and your solo album, are you heading out on a major tour, or is it going to be just around the Scandinavia region?
Defecto will be on a European tour
Okay,
throughout Europe. The European tour will be with a band called Nanowar of Steel, where we'll be a support. That's in January
right.
26th. And this year we're going to do headline shows around Denmark. And we have a show in Holland supporting Blind Guardian, and then a festival show in Norway. So we have a pretty packed schedule for 25.
To the solo album, are there going to be any more single releases after release date, do you think?
I think so, but it's not written in stone right now because when I launch the album, it will be with a focus track, a single. And then I have an idea for one of the songs. You have heard the album, I suspect.
Yeah.
I have that song which is super not fitting in, but it's still funny. It's called Epic Song. And I had this idea to just milk it a little bit just for fun because it's so different and it's so not me, but still very much me. Like, and do some kind of funny video, but still serious. But it's always difficult to put together and finding the right balance, so people don't think that you're an idiot, but still finds it funny and not too serious. You know what I mean? So I haven't
Mhm.
figured out the perfect combination yet, but I am trying to figure something out to have that released as a single afterwards.
So you work as a producer as well as a multi-instrumentalist. Which do you prefer doing though? I mean, would you rather be on stage playing live, or would you rather be in the studio?
It's very difficult to answer actually because I have like multiple personalities who wants to do everything. But
Yeah.
if you ask me in you know in one state of mind, I'd rather just sit in the studio and record and
Mhm.
write. Just have peace with that by myself.
Yeah.
That's the introvert in me speaking. But there's also a hidden extrovert in me, like and who just wants to go out on stage and fucking rock people and be the god on stage. So it's I always have to build myself up to being on stage. Like I'm never ready to hit the stage, but once I'm up there, I'm not ready to go down again. So
Mhm.
it's weird. I think
Cool.
both. I don't know. Depends on the situation, I guess.
So what about engaging with the fans and that and the audience? I mean, with social media and that, are you hot on social media? Do you do a lot on social media, TikTok and all that?
Not TikTok, not a lot. Yeah, I wish I knew how to do it, but when I do something, it gets 500 views, and that's not a lot on TikTok. So I
It's
suck
really not.
at it. But I try sometimes. I do Facebook and Instagram, and Facebook is definitely where I'm the hottest, if you could say that. And I try to engage with fans as much as I can, and I love that
Yeah.
aspect. Also
Yeah.
live. I love coming down to the fans after the show and just chat and hang out and yeah, talk with them.
That's really important, especially these days, isn't it? I mean, there's so many challenges that face the musicians in 2025. Yeah.
Hey Stupid by Alice Cooper is definitely up there. Um, Probably because I grew up with it and it's so familiar to me. And then I'd say Black Album by Metallica because it's very comfortable to me. That's also
Mhm.
something I grew up with and something that I've heard a lot. And I love the production and I love James' voice on that album. And then I'd say Painkiller by Judas Priest because it's fucking awesome.
Totally. Great answers. All right. So if you could have a jam session with three musicians, dead or alive, who would you choose?
I'd say James Hetfield. And then I'd say Michael Romeo from Symphony X.
Yeah.
Mm. Oof. Maybe Eddie Van Halen, actually. Yeah.
Cool. Great answers. All right. So you're about to go on tour tomorrow. Which three essentials do you take with you? You must have with you.
Three.
Yeah.
Well, I need my guitar. I'll bring my guitar. I'll be bringing my um um uh um what's it called? My Steam Deck. Very important, so I can play some games. And I don't know. I don't know. It's That's very difficult to answer. I need so many things. Let's just say the guitar and some guitar picks, and then my Steam Deck. Then I'm good.
Excellent. Are there three countries like you'd love to tour that you've not played yet?
Yes, definitely. I want to go to Australia.
Right.
Would be awesome to tour around in Australia. Just it's so different and it's so far away. I hope I get the chance to do that. And then I'd love to tour around in USA. I haven't done that. I have a show in the States in September, but only one show.
Right.
So that's very, very cool. And then South America, like Argentina, they love metal down there. I know. So that would
They
be
do.
something pretty cool. Yeah, I have
Right.
toured in Japan in a short period, and that was awesome too. But yeah, I have done that. So
Which musician, dead or alive, would you have in your car for a 24-hour road trip?
oh my God, I love those questions, but it's very difficult. John Petrucci.
Like a made-up song about your personality, totally made up. Like, what would it be called? And don't cheat and choose a song from your album, your new album. That might be Caffeine Addict or something.
I don't know. Um, The Introvert of Fire, maybe.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, that's the next song for your next album when it comes out, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Do you prefer to play, as you're Danish, Lego or PlayStation?
PlayStation.
Okay. Did you have Lego growing up though?
Yeah, I still have some Lego.
Of course, of course.
Yes.
When you're going out live with Defecto and with your solo album, do you prefer a festival or a small intimate gig?
Festival.
Okay. If the new album had to be described in one word, what would it be?
In one word. Let's just go with electric, actually.
I love it. All right. And so the final one is, do you prefer a vinyl or digital?
That's difficult because I actually prefer the vinyl, but I prefer the digital too. So I
Okay.
prefer the vinyl because I just want to have it in my hands and look in it, you know. But I prefer the digital because of the convenience, listening to it in the car and so on. So yeah. But if I had to choose, I would choose the vinyl.
What about your tour dates? I mean, with Defecto, you said European. Are you coming over to the UK as well?
Unfortunately, not actually. And it's actually because it has become a bit problematic to get over there. It's yeah, it's so annoying. Yeah, sorry, but it's just not profitable right now
No.
for as a kind of small band. So we had the opportunity to go there, but it was just too much for just one show. So we have toured over there at a time as well. I think we had 10 shows on a tour or something, and we noticed that the audience, like there was not that much audience as we had in Germany and Sweden and other places. So I don't know if the music speaks so much to Great Britain as Germany. So I don't know. I want to tour everywhere, but hopefully it makes sense at some point again.
Hopefully one day, yeah. Can you tell us then why we should check out Electric Dreams?
I think that you should check out Electric Dreams because it has a very it has so many personal stories. It's not a conceptual album, so each song has an individual story, but they are very personal and deep. And I think that the songs have something different than many other artists right now. Like it's a very old school glam / hard rock album, but it has a lot of influences from the modern metal and progressive metal genres, which I like to implement into these very mainstreamish songs. So it's like easy listening, but still not. Like people are getting like, oh, I find this groove very, very interesting and easy to digest. But then here comes a little something to destroy that sense of comfort. You know, so if people like hard glam rock, which is like pretty straightforward, but with a twist, then this is the album for them.
Amazing. Can you finally tell me what was the last song you listened to today?
A new one that I'm making with my friend Jonah for Aries Descendant. Yeah, I just finished it actually today, and I listened that through.
Amazing. Amazing. I want to thank you so much for your time. Do you have any final words for your fans, our viewers, and listeners?
I just want to thank people for supporting, and I will come out everywhere on the road and in the world, so I will meet people there, and we shall high five.